Don't let your dreams be dreams. You should get to the point where anyone else will quit. And you're not gonna stop there. So just do it. Make your dreams come true.
Welcome back, adventurers. My name is Coyote. This is You Can Do This. Let's do this. Right, so last I left off was probably about a week or two ago at this point. Unfortunately, I got slapped with life a little bit stronger than I thought I would. Midterms and all that fun stuff. So we're going back into it. I'm gonna finish this. I am determined to finish this. I mean, the whole point of this damn series that I'm able to finish this. So we're gonna make it happen. Especially given that 017 is scheduled to release towards the beginning of February, maybe like mid-February, so I don't really have too much time to go finishing this before 017 comes out, and then like everything would be broken anyway. So let's see where the hell we're at. Obviously, when you take a little bit of time off, it does take a few seconds to kind of catch back up. So I seem to have green science. That's great. What's my oil setup kind of looking like? I'm gonna guess that's where it's probably pathetic. You know what? I really need a radar over there. Why do I feel like there was... Anyway, I was reviewing some of the episodes, or I should say I was editing some of the episodes, and I was confused as if there was biters or not. I don't know where the hell that came from, because there's always going to be biters. It could have potentially been peaceful, but I did a little bit of off-screen scouting, and I found out that biters are definitely a thing in this map, and they're not peaceful. So that's something we're gonna have to, be wary of in the future. Right now, I think we should be a little bit more focused on the fact that coal is like rapidly running out. Ooh, God. Okay. Yeah, we can grab that one. We're fine. You know what? For the moment, you know what I'm gonna like. I think today what I'm gonna do is just maximize all the ore patches, which I'm fairly sure, given my like habits, I haven't done that, and that's something that's kind of really important, especially early on, because otherwise, the second you start building anything, you just end up getting like limited every 3 steps. Can't do it like that. Let's do it like this, and then you can go there, and then we're putting there. Ultimately, what is that? That's 22. It's not even enough for one full yellow belt. We're gonna get there, though. Anyway, so I've been doing a little bit of planning for the future Let's Plays that, I should be able to tackle relatively soon. And by which I mean once I'm done with this. And I'm hoping that this should be done in not too long. It should be about, like, the equivalent of probably... I mean, what are we in, like, right now? We're at 3 hours in. I'm thinking probably another like 5 hours of game time we should be done. So probably over the course of like next 2 to 3 weeks we should be done with this Let's Play, and then we can jump into some of the more interesting stuff that I kind of have planned out. One of which, and I have to admit, I was inspired by another YouTuber that decided to do this series, but I want to do the black market series, or the black market like scenario. I've had a few of my followers on Discord go ahead and suggest that. So that's definitely something I want to tackle, but I also want to tackle some of these scenarios, because that's what I seem to, that's not what it seems, but that's definitely what I focus a little bit more on my Twitch, or on my stream, I should say. So that's definitely a little bit more of my specialty. I want to try that out. There's also a really interesting scenario, Crash Site, and I'm sure a lot of you have had a chance to already try it out. But for those of you that are unfamiliar with Crash Site, it's a really interesting scenario. It kind of like resembles a little bit, if you were to compare it to maybe like PUBG, I guess, maybe, where ultimately there's caches of resources everywhere. So you have to go on like these expeditions, and grab most of the resources. The automation is really secondary in that, but the hang up is that you need to be a few players. I did also go ahead and finish the Skynet Scenario. I'm running over here because I want mining drills. Maybe I should build them all. Like, usually I don't really... No, because we're just firing the rockets, so we don't need them all. Yeah, anyway, so... in that crash site scenario, the only hang-up is that you can't really do it alone. Maybe you can, but what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it with like 2 very close friends of mine. And that's something relatively new. I don't think that anyone else has really done anything similar to that, especially scenario-wise. Okay, that's kind of going. We're good. Yeah. So there's quite a few scenarios that I want to go ahead and try out. And speaking of scenarios, and I just mentioned it, but my Skynet Scenario's out, so I finalized it. It's kind of where I want it to be. I tried making it like tinkering with it a little bit, and then I realized that I was making it like incrementally hard, like to the point where it was just unrealistic to assume that anyone would be able to accomplish it. So it's to the point where I'm going to release it. So with this episode, there should be a link in the description to my Google Drive, and from that point you can just go ahead and grab the scenario. I call it a scenario, but technically it's actually just a save file, so make sure that you are putting in your save file, and it is contingent on you grabbing the Robot Army mod. It's pretty fun. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but it is not an easy one. Like, even as the creator, I have a hard time going ahead and accomplishing. It takes about like 2 to 5 hours to go ahead through, like to actually play through the whole thing. And every single time I say that to someone, everyone's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat down in like half an hour and show Coyote he sucks ass." Well, you know what? No one has even managed to complete the damn thing, so who knows? Maybe you'll be the first to actually complete it. Alright, this is like as maxed out as it can get. I mean, there is like one more there. Do I care about that? Whatever, for the sake of being thorough. Oh, for God's sake, come on. I think that's it. That seems to be it. Just that's like 2, so we don't care, so we're just going to do this. Then obviously, this is amounting to a little bit more than 26. It's 45, and the reality is this thing's really, really slow anyway. Or not really slow, but it's very thin. So I'm not going to bother putting a second belt in there. But that would be equivalent to about, or that'd be worth about a belt and a half, a yellow belt and a half. A belt and a half of yellow? Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. But we're going to go ahead and secure that guy up there. I think I might have enough. I totally do not. So we're going to make a few more of those. And that's going to give us enough coal so that I'm going to be comfortable with everything backing up. You can see right here that it's starting to back up quite well. But our power is very low, so we're going to have to go ahead and increase that quite a bit. But ultimately, the whole idea of adding more coal is that we need plastic. Plastic is the thing that is kind of our like, I mean, it's our hang-up right now. It's our bottleneck. So that is something that we need to go ahead and work on. You know what I should have really done? I should have kind of like stored up some of these. Ah, fudge. Maybe like an assembler just making gears would be like the worst thing ever. What if we... Okay, we're gonna jerry rig it. Don't do this at home, kids. I'm a professional and I know what I'm doing. Do something like this, and we're gonna lock you up. And I'm never really gonna need more than 4, just because I have a tendency of handcrafting a lot of things. I mean, if I was ever going for lazy bastard, I mean, it's we failed. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Come on. I still have a bunch of these guys. Oh, oh wait, I still have a, yeah, there we go. I still have a bunch of these guys. And you know what? That mine seems like it's far away, so we're gonna need a bunch of belts. 3 hours in, man. I don't even have like red chips going. This is sad. What was I here over? Oh yeah, I need that last inserter. See, I get sidetracked so easily, man. Okay, there we go. It's good. Everything's great. I was lying. I'm super focused. So yeah, that's gonna be enough of that. Do we have enough power poles? We have enough power poles and we have enough belts. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab a few more belts worth up there. Let's see what else we can research in the meantime. You know, bullet speed really doesn't feel like it's worth it. Or anything bullet oriented, really. Because if I recall correctly, and I'm sure I'm going to be, you know, slapped by a biter later on. But I think that starting area is very large. And in my experience, a very big starting area means that provided you're not crazy slow and you're not like in a desert, you're not going to have to contend with biters really ever. Just they expand fast enough to actually get triggered by you. I don't know. Say some pretty offensive things, maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Start a social media campaign against you, so you gotta be careful with what you say to biters. Anyway, back to this. Oh wow, this is you know, even though there's like, what was it, 679,000 coal here, it really, the throughput's gonna be a massive issue. It's really not allowing for a lot of miners. I could make a little bit more of a compact setup, and nah, I'm not gonna lie myself. I'm not gonna make that happen. But if I actually did care about throughput, you know, I could make a much more compact system. 2, 3, we're gonna, so 2's gonna go there, U's gonna go there. Get rid of that, that's gonna go down. And then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go down. You know what, I'm feeling like this is probably just like 1. It's 1. That's a little bit over 1, but it's 1. Okay, so don't be there. Don't do this. And we're gonna power you up. The one advantage to like a higher throughput system would be that power poles kind of connect better, or small power poles connect. So you don't, like, you can see right here, even though this power pole needs to go there, it's just one off from connecting to the rest. So it costs you one extra power pole, but then honestly, power poles are dirt cheap, or small power poles are anyway. Medium and large power poles are kind of expensive steel-wise. Once you get that steel production going, everything's just dandy. All right, where do I need you to align to? I want to push you down here. I didn't align this very well, did I? We can fix that though. Oh God. Okay, this really feels like a train would be justifiable, but we're not like anywhere near trains. Actually, yeah, we could totally make trains. I feel like we even researched. No, we didn't research it. All right, shut up, Coyote. Sure, run on belts. It's a little bit faster. And we're just gonna go here. Fix all these shenanigans. Boom, bam, bang. Okay, this was actually probably a little bit easier than I thought it'd be. Is that it? That's it. Ha! Alright. We're going, we're good, everything's great. And let's get rid of this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to prioritize. Yeah, just about there is fine. I'm going to prioritize power. Right? As power. We're also going to make sure that this thing's kind of going first, because this is garbage. I'm not lying to myself about that, it's not great. And let's power that thing up. And then we get to work on plastic. Alright, fine. I really need to add more labs. I'm not really happy with the speed there. You know, I'm thinking in hindsight I should have totally went diagonal. That's... I'll lie to myself and say it was for aesthetic purposes. The only way I could live with myself at that point. Okay, so we got a tremendous more amount of coal coming in. I would dare say at least 2 belts worth. Let's, you know, we're there for now anyway. Like in an hour or so, we'll probably be dead. Okay, so you're gonna be. Happy with having you there. No, I want you there. We're gonna do this. Should have probably kept that so I could sit faster. Well. And how thick can I make you? I'm starting to feel like maybe only one's gonna fit. There. That gives you one red belt. Can I squeeze in another? I think so. But do you fit? Yeah, you totally fit. Alright, because then we need like the belt there. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so plastic. This in the future, I'm gonna anticipate making into a red belt, so I might as well just build it right from the start. If I have enough, I might. I don't, but I can craft enough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right there, you would have to go like this, and then keep going. And we're good, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. If I actually really cared about making it as compact as possible, you could go ahead and use an underground. And that would save you like one belt. But, you know, undergrounds are more expensive. So if we're going for like cost, that'd be a bad idea. Alright, what else do we want? I'm gonna need engines, so let's knock that out of the park. Get the bird great like that. This takes 1 coal, pops out 2, so we're going to use yellow inserters. Boom, 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 boom. You know what? I'm worrying right now that, yeah, I totally didn't. Didn't I have like an assembler somewhere making just pipes? I did. Yeah! Pass Coyote for the win. Whatever. Feels like too much. We need some good old iron. Yeah. I'm really struggling with the whole idea of not just being able to like drop down a blueprint right now. Mainly because I'm just so accustomed to my bots doing everything for me. But, you know. No bots! We're going towards bots. Wait, no, we're not doing bots. We're just doing the rocket. And I'm really having a hard time with this whole, like, goal-oriented thing. I just want to splurge. We'll splurge in the next Let's Plays, don't worry about it. I'm a splurger. Yeah. Okay, we're great. And let's get some power poles. Because small power poles just suck. They're okay early on, but they're the freaking worst. There's like nothing good about them, other than they're cheap. One more, and then we're grabbing. Oh, you know what? I didn't take into consideration the fudge. I need another belt of coal coming in for this to be properly ratioed. And ratios are everything in life. Anyone that tells you otherwise, well, he's just not living well. Let's fix it. I don't even have red belts anyway. Even if I want to make that a thing, that's not going to be a thing. I'll do this for now, with the idea that later on, I'll fix it. Do a few a little bit. And okay, and there we go. And now splitter. Splitter, and just because we care about aesthetics. And this is going to be a lot of plastic. We can't support this much plastic this early on, but it's built, and we don't have to worry about it. And I don't really believe in tackling the same problem multiple times. If your solution requires you to continuously tinker with it, I mean, I'm gonna argue that your solution is probably not that great. Should maybe like rework it. I get to oftentimes when I'm streaming, I get into like these odd situations with people, and it's not necessarily negative situations. It's just that some of the newer players or some of the more stubborn players, they'll build in a specific way because they've always kind of built like that without actually really questioning if that's the problem. What I like to refer to it as being core elements. So like when you have a problem in front of you, okay, fine, like I don't have enough coal, but what's the core reason to that? Like what are the core elements to you not having enough coal, you know? And like follow down the line and realize what the hell the problem is, as opposed to trying to just like, oh, well, you know, I have some backed up resources here, that means I need to like increase the output. Like, no, God, just what's the bigger picture, man? Can't really care about quick results. Quick results don't really yield much in the long run. It's in like Factorio, the second you're like, oh hey, I'm out of red chips. Why am I out of red chips? Oh, because I don't have enough green chips. Why don't I have enough green chips? Because I don't have enough copper. And why don't I have enough copper? Oh, because I can't make enough beacons to like produce enough, you know. It's just, there's a whole production chain that comes with it. Alright, and here it's important that these guys be a little bit slower than them, or these guys at the very least be faster, because we are going to be outputting 2 plastic. And that's important. Yes. Okay. Well, I was hoping to do a lot more productive things this episode. It ends up that we really didn't do that much. We're probably just going to get about like plastic going, and that's unfortunately going to be the timer. Let's do you, and we're going to just use a bunch of yellow. Or not yellow. I'm thinking yellow because yellow's crap. That's apparently how I've identified small power poles as being. Alright, there we go. Plastics is starting. If there's one thing I don't like about this design, is I'm never really like 100% happy with these power poles on the extreme. Like maybe if I were to space these guys out, but then if you space them out, it's not as compact. You really have to like pick your battles in this game. Alright, so that's all my plastic. It's beautiful, it's flowing, it's great. I love it. We're gonna chew there. I remember what I like determined you as being. We weren't determined as anything. Chips. Yeah, whatever. Okay, you'll be that. I'm sure editing Coyote is going to be really annoyed at me right now because he'll be like, you fucking idiot! You did it wrong! But all I have to say to you, editing Coyote, is, shut up. Yeah. Said it. What you can do about it. Alright, come on. Last little stretch. Maybe I'm able to like start my red setup. I only have a few more minutes before I have to call the episode. We're racing the timer here. You know what? Why am I doing like that? Just do it right. How many times do I say that people don't do it right? Do it right. See, right there, like, it cost me 1 underground to skip this guy over, but I was using 2 sets of undergrounds. Nah. Do it right. Do it right. Alright, I'm looking at this right now and I'm seeing that copper is going to be a massive issue. Like, we don't even have a belt of copper. What the hell is this? Okay, yeah, that needs to be maximized. Oh my god, there's so many things. Gotta leave a list of things, you know? Let's forget about stuff otherwise. What else did I say? I think that's about it. Alright, okay, so, we're gonna get you going. Did I say I was not doing blueprints during this Let's Play? I can't remember. We're gonna... Yeah, whatever, let's just build it by hand. Which is gonna take too much time, because we gotta craft the things, so unfortunately we gotta call the episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that follow. Wait, follow is for streaming. Please hit that sub button as well as liking the videos. And make sure to share it to your friends if you enjoy the content. It encourages me to do more of this. Maybe it'll actually maintain or help me maintain a constant schedule. God forbid. I really don't need any excuses not to do that. I'm so bad with maintaining constant anythings. But anyway,